wanted to share something with you today. Last night I went to an event, and it was a nice event. Some great people there. And I met a guy, really great guy. But we were talking about something, and I was taking down his number and I was putting it in my phone. And on the cover on my phone has my book cover that says 30 Days to War. So what flashed out to him was the word war written in red. And after talking to me, he was like, man, what do you have the word war written on your phone for? Come on, man, like war. And I looked at him and I was like, do you know what war means? Like, war to us is fighting for what we want. War to us is no longer settling for second place. We were built to win, built to succeed, built to win it all. Now, when talking to this guy, he was like, I didn't really think about it like that. That's a different contrast. When I think war, I think, it's conflicting in my mind. And I asked him, I was like, so when did you start settling? When did you stop fighting for the things that you want? Because let me tell you, man, unfortunately, there are a lot of suppressed champions out there. There's a lot of suppressed men that are suppressing back that feeling that they should be winning, and then they're choosing to not fight for it. And now this guy was an athlete. He was, kind of the caliber that I see somebody who would understand that going after what they wanted was important, that being who he had to be was important. And it brought me to this word, and I thought about it. There's a lot of men out there who are in suppression mode. They're suppressing. And when I think about suppression, I think of holding back. And then when I think about being suppressed, I think about moving from suppression to depression. To be depressed, is another state that a lot of men find themselves in. So if we suppress ourselves, then we move into being depressed ourselves. It can only lead to death. It can only lead to the part of us that is created to win, moving into this phase of death. So think about that, brother. Who are you suppressing? The side of you that should be out there winning, the side of you out there that should be making decisions, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's in your body, because you should be a healthy, strong, powerful man making powerful decisions about your life. Because once you begin to suppress that side of you, you will begin to depress or become a man that's depressed and move into depression state. You get a lot of men out there that are taking pills, that are not training, that aren't powerful, that don't feel powerful, that are depressed. And I believe in my heart that you can only go from being depressed to death. You can only die shortly after that. The part of you that you need to take action, the part of you that wants the results that you want in your life, to have everything that you want, dies. And slowly but surely you begin to be just a guy walking around talking about what used to be, talking about not having things, seeking an answer, yet the answer is right here inside of you, but you won't fight for it. You aren't willing to be who you have to be. And that's a sad place to be. Suppression leads to depression, leads to death. Wage war and fight for what you want. I want to challenge you to take a look at your life. Where are you taking a look at the things that you wanted, and you've moved from just suppressing that feeling to being depressed about not having those things, to moving right on to it dying in your mind because you don't believe that you can have it anymore. It's not because you can't have it, it's because you won't do what it takes to wage war and fight for it. That's your fault. You own that. Go get this done, brothers. My men are out there suppressing all the way into depression, moving right into the phase of death. That's a sad state for a champion to be in.